welcome back to the channel and welcome to the US of A. The premise of today's video is to demonstrate what it is like to fly on JetBlue Mint's newest product. They've actually just changed it up only the other week, so I'm actually going to be heading over to Las Vegas. But of course it needs no introduction where I am. I'm in Times Square in New York. Let's go over to the airport and go and see what JetBlue Mint has to offer. Have a good day. Right, so here I am at my gate A16, obviously the JetBlue A321 that we're going to get on. Interesting configuration because the business class is got all lay flat, which they call their Mint product. Let's go get on board. Quite excited about this one. Completely new airline for me, never been on JetBlue before.
It's super surreal walking onto a narrow-body aircraft, seeing proper business class seating, a stark change to what I'm used to in Europe. Time to get my bag sorted. I found little storage space for my bag at the seat, so up in the overhead bin it goes. Waiting at my suite, there's bedding, menus and an amenity kit. I do find it strange that airlines in the US all seem to close the window shades whilst at stand. Anyone know why?
I don't know.
It took some time to push back due to quite an icy morning. In these situations, de-icers go over the plane, which takes several minutes to do. How long is today's flight, you ask?
5 hours, 8 minutes, if I didn't say that. Hope you have a great flight, thanks.
After the plane was de-iced, it thankfully wasn't a long taxi before we were airborne over a beautifully sunny New Jersey morning. Right guys, it is a welcome on board today's flight. Now, what do you think? I have to say I am super impressed. For a narrow body jet to have this level of comfort in business class is pretty much unheard of. Largely speaking, business class on a narrow body jet doesn't include a flatbed, let alone a throne seat. 1 second. Just been served my welcome drink. Gone for a Pepsi, no slammers just yet. There is only 4 of these throne seats out of the total. I believe there's 12 business class seats, so it's important if you want to have this level of comfort to choose either row 2 or row 4. Space, of course, your feet do go into a cubby, which unfortunately is just one of those things. It's a little bit narrow, but it's still more than acceptable. Let's have a look around the seat. We've got here seat controls, which allow your seat to fold fully flat. There's a massage button, which I've tried and it's quite good. Your tray table folds out. This brings me nicely on to food. You get given a menu card and can choose any 3 items off this.
And you want to have a cappuccino?
Hot cappuccino.
Yeah. Perfect.
My cappuccino came quickly and was pretty good. They also offer iced coffees, though too cold for that today. It came with a ham and cheese croissant, which I wasn't expecting as I've ordered quite a lot. This may very well be among the best effort I've seen an airline make for a business class breakfast. Let's start off with the blueberry and mint. It's got a feature right. Next up, poached egg, roasted mushrooms and crispy rice. I mean, I don't even like mushrooms, but it was delicious. And next up, the blueberry pancakes with infused maple syrup. Again,
Nice.
right, let's have a look around the rest of the seat, including its party piece. You have your control here, and this here will allow you to control the in-flight entertainment system. I would say that the in-flight entertainment system is a little bit dated, and there's also super fast Wi-Fi. And I say super fast, I mean it. I've been able to stream YouTube videos, and it's unlimited and it's free. So of course the other really unique thing about this, and it's only the case in the rows 2 and 4, which are the true throne seats, are the fact that it's actually got a closing door. Pull up this button here, and it releases. You're able to close the suite fully. I'm really good. No, actually, could I have another Pepsi, please? Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks so much. As I get on with my next Diet Pepsi, let's set up the suite into a bed. Of course, it goes without saying that the seat is fully lay flat. It's great that they offer bedding on a day flight, as I do love my naps. So as you can see, the bed setup here is absolutely awesome. I mean, it is a little bit tight, I will say that, but I think that's what happens when you have the throne seat, because you've got these either side, which essentially are the cubbies of where people's feet will be behind you. So in terms of the bedding, it's really quite nice. You just get this blanket here, and also this pillow as well, which is like a memory foam pillow, which is really good. You've got But there is an individual air vent up there, so I get overheated quite easily on flights, so I like to be able to adjust the air nozzle. We've only got about an hour and a half left of the flight now, so I think now that the bed's made up, I'll have a little sleep, and I'll catch you guys when we get down into Las Vegas with my final thoughts and a couple of other points to note, and exactly how I booked this, because it was a super cheap flight as well. That's the other thing. The other thing we need to talk about is the potential. This is going to be doing transatlantic flights, which is a super exciting proposition.
I slept for just over an hour. We were almost on final approach at this point. After sorting out my belongings, the crew came around with a handwritten note and some chocolate cashews, which I think is a really awesome touch.
Alright guys, so welcome to Las Vegas. Goodness me, that was it felt a very quick flight, but it was actually 5.5 hours. Clear I've arrived in Vegas, seeing as they have gaming machines at the airport. I have been to Vegas before, but it's always a hilarious thing to see, where usually there'd be duty free. You can go and get on the machines. How bloody bizarre.
Okay, how did I book all this? Let's find out.
I know I wanted to live the American dream, but can you really beat a V8? Let's go.
Let's head into Vegas and chat about how I booked my JetBlue flight and how much it cost. As with most of my flights, I use Google Flights to find the best deal. I find it's one of the quickest ways to search for even more complex bookings, so multi-city for example. JetBlue operate from both JFK and Newark, and I often find it's a lot cheaper to fly from Newark. Unfortunately, for the dates I needed, flying to either LAX or San Fran were over $1,000. However, when I plugged in Vegas, this came up at a far more reasonable $392. It just shows it pays to be flexible when flying transcon. I also plugged in my Emirates Skywards number when booking this, as JetBlue are a partner, and this allows me to earn air miles towards my next Emirates first class flight. I mentioned earlier that JetBlue are looking to fly across the pond with modified A321s. These long-range variants are likely to fly from New York to London at some point in 2021. My question to you though, would you fly this across the Atlantic? Personally, I feel that this is the right decision, flying smaller planes, putting less pressure on the airline having to fill wide-body jets. Especially after the pandemic, this could very well be a disruptor in the transatlantic market. Thanks so much for watching guys, and make sure you smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll catch you all again next week.